Hi guys, welcome to my channel. With this video I am starting a new series of videos on S3 service. This would be the first video in the S3 playlist. S3 is one of the most important services in AWS, and it is used with many other AWS services in most of the cloud architectures. So watch this video till the end to get a basic understanding of S3, which would be beneficial to understand the other advanced topics in the upcoming videos. So let's get started. So what is S3? S3 stands for Simple Storage Service. It is an object storage service in which we can store unstructured data, and we can store many different kinds of data in S3 like text files, documents, videos, photos, etc. So here I have highlighted these two things, object storage and unstructured data. In the next slides we will see what is the difference between structured and unstructured data, and we will also understand what is an object and what is the meaning of object storage. S3 is widely used to store data for a range of use cases such as data lakes, websites, mobile applications, enterprise applications, IoT devices, backup and restore, big data analytics. So literally you can store anything in S3. S3 is designed to be highly scalable, allowing users to store virtually unlimited amounts of data. It can scale up or down based on demand. It provides highly durable infrastructure for storing data. It replicates data across multiple geographically dispersed data centers, ensuring high availability and reliability. S3 is designed to sustain the loss of data in one or more facilities without any loss of data durability or availability, as the data is replicated across multiple data centers. S3 offers robust security features to protect the stored data, including access control mechanisms, encryption options, and integration with IAM for fine-grained access control. S3 integrates seamlessly with other AWS services, making it an important component for many AWS solutions. It provides different storage classes with different levels of performance, durability, and cost, allowing users to optimize cost based on specific requirements. So as we said, S3 stores unstructured data. So in the next slide, let us first understand what is the difference between structured and unstructured data. So structured data is the data that fits in a predefined data model or schema and contains data types such as numbers, text, and dates. Whereas unstructured data has no definite schema or data model. Data is stored into rows and columns. Each row represents one unique record. For example, an Excel table having sales data, and each record represents a unique purchase order. Examples are collection of video files, audio files, images, email files, documents, etc. This type of data can't be stored in a tabular format like structured data. Structured data is easier to process and analyze due to its organized nature and predefined structure. Data can be analyzed using SQL queries, whereas unstructured data requires more advanced techniques like natural language processing and machine learning algorithms to extract meaningful insights. Examples of structured data includes relational databases, spreadsheets, CSV files, etc. And examples of unstructured data are Word documents, PDFs, emails, photo, videos, audio recordings, social media content like tweets, posts, comments, etc. Structured data is smaller in size as compared to unstructured data, whereas unstructured data is larger in size as it does not adhere to a specific data model or schema, leading to larger storage requirements. And the discrete unit of data in unstructured data is a record, and in the unstructured data it is a discrete unit of data is called an object. So let us now understand in the next slide what is an object. So what is an object? In object storage, an object is a discrete unit of data that consists of both content and metadata. Each object in the object storage has unique identifier called a key or a URL. So object is a basic unit of data in object storage like S3, which consists of the actual content of the object and the metadata associated with it. So what is a metadata, we will understand now. So the key characteristics of objects are, first is data, the actual content or payload of the object, which can be anything from a simple document to an image or a video file, is known as the data, which is the actual content. And metadata is additional information about the object, such as object creation date, last modification date, content type, and any other custom attributes. Metadata provides context and helps manage and retrieve objects efficiently. Key is a unique identifier that distinguishes each object within the storage system. This key is used to access and retrieve the object. Then another characteristic is flat namespace. Objects are stored in a flat namespace, meaning they are not organized in a hierarchical structure like files in a traditional file system. The unique key is used to locate and access the object directly. So object storage is well suited for managing unstructured data because it allows for flexible storage without the need of a predefined schema. In the next slide, let us now understand what is an S3 bucket and some of its key terms. So what is a bucket? A bucket is a container for objects. Data is stored as objects in the bucket. To store data in S3, we first create a bucket and specify a bucket name and an AWS region. So suppose we created a new bucket and the name is example bucket, and we need to choose the AWS region where we need to create the bucket. Suppose we chose the region EU West 1. It is important to note that the name of the bucket should be globally unique within the AWS ecosystem. This means that no two buckets across all AWS users can have the same name simultaneously. After a bucket is created, we cannot change its name or its region. And every object that we create is contained in the bucket. For example, we create an object photos cat.jpg. So this object will be stored in the bucket. And when we store an object in the bucket, we get a URL for that object like this. So using that URL, we can access this object. So in this URL, the format of the URL, you can see it is like the bucket name .s3 dot then the region name .amazonaws.com / then the actual object. So we can access this object using various methods like from the AWS console or through CLI or SDKs in our code. And now another thing is a key. So what is a key? An object key or key name is the unique identifier for an object within a bucket. So for example, in this object, the unique identifier is /photos/cat.jpg. Let us now see how the S3 service looks like in the AWS console, and we will create a S3 bucket and put some objects into that bucket. So go to S3 service, S3. So this is the S3 console. Here In the console you will see a list of buckets here. So let us create a new bucket. We need to select a region where we need to create our bucket. So bucket name should be a unique name. So let us name it something unique. There are some settings like object ownership, block public access. So we will see these settings later on in the next videos. We can also enable or disable bucket versioning. We can configure encryption on our bucket objects. We will see all these settings in the upcoming videos. For now, let us create this bucket. So now our bucket is created. So inside the bucket, as we said, bucket is a container for objects. So inside the bucket we can upload our objects. So let us upload an object now. Let me add a file. Upload. So our file is uploaded as an object, this test file. So we can see the properties of the file from here. Bucket overview, AWS region, resource name, creation date, bucket versioning. So these are all the metadata of our object, like creation date, versioning, tags, or any other these things. And we can set permissions on our bucket and objects, like who can access the bucket or object. We can configure all these things here. So this was about a basic overview of S3 bucket. In the upcoming videos I will explain more concepts about S3, and we will see the details of other features. So if you like the video, please leave your comments or any feedback, and if you have not subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. See you in the next video. Thank you.